a lot of people on the far right are going to tell you you're brainwashed by CBC. I haven't watched CBC for my news. I mean, I've seen some clips here and there. I've read a couple articles, but mixed into the massive amounts of other content that I have consumed of late, CBC is a negligible percentage of my political content intake. Does that make sense? Not brainwashed by anybody. I read what the Sun says. I read what CTV says. Every so often I'll see it like this Moose on the Loose podcast that far right people think isn't right enough. You know, they're like, they're not right wing. It's like, no, they're not as right wing as you, but they are definitely right leaning. To say that they aren't means you don't understand where the middle is. Okay. There's a bunch of sources that I've got cited recently, and I said, oh yeah, okay, fair enough. Like all of your sources are right leaning. Do you read anything from them? Well, if you're going to, you're telling me my sources are no good. Well, not exactly. I'm just telling you that if you're only going to read right-wing or right-leaning source material, obviously you're going to have a right-leaning skew to your understanding of what's going on. So maybe read more and read other things. I read what's on the right, even though I lean left, because I want to know what they're saying. I want to know what that actual argument is so that when they bring it up, I'm like, okay, so this person said that, that's why you think this, but what actually happened was this, and this is the documented from all the other reputable news sources. Here's all the other things. You just got to get your sources right. It's wild out there, guys. I've had multiple conservative voices in my comments try and tell me that polls show the conservatives would win the next election if it was a snap election now. I don't know where they're getting that information, and I've asked, and it's pretty funny when you ask any of these people for their sources, and they're like, oh, YouTube won't let me send a link, or whatever. And then they can't tell you where this information came from exactly. It's like, oh, okay, then it's not credible. It's like, did your uncle just tell you over dinner? Like, why are you bringing this up now? You know? So all of the polls that I saw, except for one, had the Liberals winning the election. I'm going to have to go find those sources now because I've just said this. More sources say the Liberals would win a snap election than not. I went looking because a bunch of conservatives in the comments said, oh, the polls show. So I went looking. And unless you're going to send me where these magical polls are from, all of the polls I was able to locate pointed at liberal wins. So help me out. Read more and read other things.